Hey guys, it's Monday, it's 9 p.m. Monday Mindset episode 7. It's like License to Kill or something, but not quite. Let's hope not. All right, I'm just going to invite some people in. I hope you had a great weekend. I spent some time with my friends on Saturday evening. Had a nice night out for our friend Harley's birthday. He's not on Facebook though, so he's got more sense than a lot of us. I'll probably do a video about the Saturday. We went to this comedy club. It was good. The comedians were ace. The venue was brilliant. They ran out of beer and cider. Not that it's a problem, but just how does that even happen? Reminds me of a song, The Pub with No Beer. You can check that out. I think a few people have covered it. I prefer the version by the Dubliners. All right. So I'm just going to invite some more people in. So if you're just tuning in, if you can just start putting some hearts in. By the way, if you share this today, there's a chance to win a prize at the end. I will be announcing the winner of last week's competition. All right. And we'll get started from there. So I hope you've had a good day. It's going to set you up, I'm sure, for the rest of the week and everything else that you guys have got going on. All right. Let me just do a few more and then we'll be on our way. Give chance people to log in, get started. I know some of my staff, they were training tonight at 8 p.m. So I got to give Michelle a chance to get started. And Chris, of course. All right, just a few more. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, so let's... I always get this screen thing wrong. There we go. Okay, hello everyone. Thank you. I can't see the screen when I'm inviting people in, so let me just adjust my camera. You don't want to see everything around here. All right. So first of all, today's message is about letting go of fear. Okay, that's our Monday mindset for this week. All right. So I got my notes. I got some good stuff to go through, and so I'll show you some experiences where I've had, fear has held me back. But before we get started, so to run another competition this week at the end, so you have to watch to the end, so I'll announce the winners from last week's competition. But this week is a chance to win the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. If you haven't heard of him, he's definitely big up and coming. He will be in the UK, I think, later in the year at an event. You can search that out or drop me a message and, put you where that's going to be. I'm impatient though, so I'm going to... Well, I go to my Martial Arts Business Summit every year. It's an amazing thing. He's going to be there. That's next month. I can't wait. As well as JP Sears, Joe Polish, some other great guys. I always come back fired up, buzzing. And it's, that event alone, I think even if you want in martial arts, it doesn't really talk about that so much. It just gives you some great content, gets you like hyped up, to drive yourself forward. It's a real great event. All right, so... You have to share, drop me some hearts in, and I'll put you in the hat, for next week's competition. Hey, Marv, to win that book. And it's really about setting goals and, big, achievable, way past achievable, and, really going out and getting it. So I think that's probably that's a real good book to give out. Okay, so this week's message or Monday mindset is about fear and really how we can let go of it. I'll talk about how maybe it's held me back in... just in general, over life. And really, I feel like it's around us all the time. Fear is something that's around us, it's in us, it's part of our human makeup. And if we're unaware of it, we can start to confuse it and tell ourselves that it's not fear, and we start to deny it, and we deny ourselves, and we can put up a wall between us and other people that are in our lives and say it's something else, but really like it's a fear, it's a wall of fear that's really holding us back. So I know it's held me back as a child and a teenager and an adult, in career and business, even in relationships, family and friends. That fear of maybe just opening up to a friend or someone that was close to me about how I'm feeling. It's something that held me back. Even doing these live videos, I did a Monday mission a few years back, and I felt it was okay, if it was going all right, but for whatever reason I stopped. And really, if I'm open, make myself vulnerable to the why, well, it was some fear, some sort of fear of some sort got in the way of that. Now, it may not have been a fear of talking on camera or talking to people, but it was a fear of something that held me back. So I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I think it was episode 1, Yoda's talking to Anakin Skywalker, and his big speech was, fear is the path to the dark side. How true is that? If you agree with me, drop some hearts in, because I think what he says there, it leads to anger. And think of when you've been fearful of something. or a bit scared to, you know, speak up, make a change, move forward, whatever. You know, did you get angry? Did you get hateful? But of course, that's, you know, from there it becomes a suffering. So I think one of the best bits of advice I've had in probably, you know, recent times is really just to open up and be vulnerable to those fears that hold you back. First yourself, but in people that you know, you don't always know who you trust until you open up anyway. Sometimes you just got to find out. And it's, again, it's fear. It would hold us back from, you know what, I'm a bit scared of this. I'm scared, you know, of this relationship, if you go out and you do this, that I'm going to feel this way. Or I'm scared that if I do all these videos that no one's going to watch, or people are going to put stupid comments, yeah, whatever. So be honest with yourself, because it's the fear is going to hold, you know, us back from different things. If it, you know, I know some of my friends that started out self-employed. Well, what's the fear? I have no money. Okay, but if we focus so much on that fear, what happens is that fear starts to happen anyway. So we have to focus more on the solution as opposed to say that problem. So be honest to yourself, and you know, and anyone that those fears may involve, and talk openly about them, because the problem is within ourselves. You know, there's other things when it may be other people's problems, but understand where the problem is yours, and if it's someone else, then it's different if they're holding you back with something. Another great bit of advice was from my instructor, Stephen Thompson. You know, he's a former world champion, and like he would always say that when you get that feeling inside, is that you're nervous, it's that energy, but it means you're ready. So your body acts in a way to make you ready. And you know, if it was self-defense, it's the same thing. It's your body's just preparing you to do something. So the fear is real, but it's understanding it and then just doing it anyway. I remember I used to talk in front of, when I first started talking in front of a class, a group of people, I would be nervous and I would shake a little bit because that fear was there. And then sometimes it would then put me off doing it again. And what I learned was I just had to, you know, step out my comfort zone, get a little bit more comfortable with feeling uncomfortable, until eventually it became, you know, an easier task to do. You got good intentions, so don't fear what people are going to say or what they're going to think about however it is you're feeling, or be able to move forward. And the good people in your life, they're going to be pushing you and say, oh my God, that's so amazing. Yeah, come on, do it. It's going to be okay. But it's what we tell ourselves is so, so important. Oh, thank you, Paul. Sorry, just reading the message there. So, Paul Montague, you're a magnet for your thoughts and feelings, good or bad. Good work, mate. Thank you. All right. So, what we fear can often happen. And I think sometimes because we're so fearful of it and we start to churn it over in our head, we subconsciously push those fears to happen. And because that's what we're focused on. But what we need to do is focus on, you know, making it work, okay? So again, doing these live shows, if I focused on, you know, it not working, I would probably hold myself back, or it'd be different. It's the same thing. I got projects coming up. I have no idea how they're going to pan out. I just know I got to launch myself into it and get started. And I think that's the key here, is to let go of those fears, do what you need to do, say what you need to say, and then go and do it. You're going to get some information, you know, along the way. I think sometimes we just got to take a leap of faith, and you're going to learn as you go. And I know for me, that has generally always worked. It didn't always maybe pan out maybe how I would expect, but most of the time I launched myself forward and I pushed myself into, you know, something even more than what I expected. I just launched out like this brand ambassador, you know, for the you know, Cheltenham Martial Arts, the business I run, and that's now, I feel, it's developed, and it's going to develop into something, you know, bigger than what I even imagined. Didn't know how it was going to pan out, but I feel like, you know, the people are coming on board for that. They're getting more than I expected, so that's great. So we're setting them on a path, and you know, one of the ladies, Tamsin Stewart, so she's now pushing out her artwork because of, again, she let go of some fear. But I mean, coming back to this, was I didn't know how it's going to work. I just had to launch it and just see what happened along the way. Another example I got is Sophie Benson. So she runs Sophisticare, which is first aid training. And I think from there, I didn't know how that was going to work out. But today I got a nice message. So she's took some of the advice and she's followed it, that for the, you know, some small business coaching I did with her. And she's now getting some clients coming to her instead of her having to chase it out. But it's because we released that. I let go of the fear of, you know, would this work? And the same for them. They let go of the fear of what people were going to think about it or how it was going to pan out. So letting go of the fear, listen, you do that, and in other words, like, I think when you do that, it will happen. But you have to let go of that first of all right? Don't let the limitations of others be your limitations. And I think that's a big, big key. Because sometimes we can overhear someone being scared or something, not doing it, and it's like a seed that's going to get in our head, and then we start to think the same thing. Or we think, oh yeah, that's true. So, you know, sometimes you just got to shut that stuff out, which I have really had to do, because as soon as it gets in there, I don't want it to develop anymore. So I put my blinkers down, and I got to stay focused on this. I got to go, I got to do it how it works. The universe will provide. Just believe in yourself, and, you know, ask yourself the right questions. So this book that, you know, by sharing this today, you get put in the hat for next week. This is going to be a great book for you. If you got something, you know what, I want to step forward, this book is a very, very good book. And if you don't get it, if you don't win it, don't worry about it. You can buy it online at Amazon. Go on YouTube, check out Grant Cardone, and you'll see some, you know, stuff on there that tells you all about the 10X rule. All right. So questions to ask then is when you're fearful of something, whatever it may be, in work, career, family, business, whatever, relationships, how can I make this work? So don't focus on what if this happens, or what if it doesn't work out, what if a piano falls on my head. We'll just deal with it then. But ask, how can I make this work? How can I make it better? How can I improve this? And just go from there. It's all about the questions that we ask ourselves, you know, from that point forward. And, you know what, I've got back into my reading, books like this, and it's like programming my head again, reprogramming it, listen to audios, these things, and surrounding myself with people I know are there to, you know, to support me, really. And sometimes letting go of maybe ones that aren't so much there. But, you know, everyone that's in my life now, they're there to support me. I know that. So it's okay to fear. So today's message really, of course, letting go of fear, but I won't maybe go and do the one thing that you've been putting off or taking too long to make a change about. Because if it's still not serving you, then it's just going to carry on not serving you. And I would say predominantly most of the time it's because there's a fear or something, you know, that is holding us back. And I can only go on my own experiences. It's a fear or something that will hold me back, that didn't make me want to make a change, or didn't want me to speak out about something, or didn't want to take the next step, you know, where I'm going to go, because I didn't know how to do it. Sometimes we just don't know. You just got to go for it anyway. Open yourself up to those you love, and you know, and see from there. That you'll know soon enough, trust me, and to not worry about it. Be vulnerable, and you'll see who you have, and then who you don't need. And as simple as that. I think that's the best way. I think that's the best advice that I can give you on this one, all right? So what I want you to do today is first, drop me I hope you got something from this. Share it so you get put into the competition for next week, but even if you don't want to be involved in that, that's okay, still share it anyway. It's going to help put the message out there, because it's going to appeal to somebody, I'm sure, who maybe wants to let go of some fear, or see some of the previous videos I've done, and of course all the ones I got coming up in the future, plus some of the great projects that I will be launching very, very soon. And drop me a GIF and to let me know on how you're going to smash the rest of the week. So a little bit different today. Drop a GIF below. Let me know how you're going to, you know, smash out the rest of the week. We better announce this winner. So thank you so much to everyone that shared last week's video, which is all about gratitude. All right, so you can still go and check that one out. That competition's finished now, so you can still share it though, because it's all good. We had 16 shares. That was pretty cool. I think Stephen Thompson was very, very keen to win it. I had my staff share it, so they have been put in the hat, because this isn't really about my job or that business that I'm. That business. This isn't about Cheltenham Martial Arts. This is just about personal development, and of course, you know, I've been asked to do a few more talks now, which is pretty cool. I'm not scared anymore. I got to let go of it. Okay, it's going to announce the winner. All right. So, congratulations. So the winner of Gary Vaynerchuk's Crushing It book, awesome. She just got a mention in this video, or this live show a little bit earlier, and I think perfect for what she's doing. Check out her artwork. It's Tamsin Stewart. She's the winner of the book. So Tamsin, I think we got your address on, because you're one of my members, so your address is on file. I will make sure we get that sent out to you. I'm still waiting for my copy, but once it's, you know, through, obviously, well, that'll be mine, but I'll get yours sorted, and that should be with you as soon as it's there. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please share the video to get a chance to win the Grant Cardone 10X rulebook, and I will announce the winner of that next week. Enjoy the rest of the week. Crush it. Drop me the gif of how you're going to crush the rest of the week.